My name is Allie Chapman, and I am a sports psychiatrist for the women's soccer team at Trinity University in San Antonio. I work with athletes through sport-related issues as well as other life crises. A number of my patients have unfortunately fallen victim to sexual assault and suffer from PTSD, or post-traumatic stress disorder. Post-traumatic stress disorder affects veterans from the military and police forces as well as patients like mine who have been assaulted or have been in a traumatic accident. This psychiatric disorder is caused by serious emotional trauma which changes the brain's pathways and in turn affects the rest of the central nervous system. Symptoms of this disorder include, but are not limited to, inability to sleep or insomnia, anxiety, personality changes, depression, and flashbacks of the event. Many people who have been sexually assaulted do not report the incident, and loved ones who notice a change do not know how to help them. The statistics are shocking, and I see the supporting evidence of these numbers in my office. Multiple studies have shown that 1 in every 4 women will be sexually assaulted by the time they finish college. Within the past year, I have treated 3 athletes on a team roster of 22. Dependent on the patient, I will first prescribe meditation and counseling. If no progress is made, then I will prescribe medication. Each diagnosis is specific to the patient, so I may evaluate them to need medication rather than meditation. However, counseling is always an option for them if they would like to have it. My current patient, who is suffering from PTSD, is a 20-year-old African American female. She has been healthy physically and mentally throughout her life, aside from minor anxiety from rigorous course loads with school. Her assault happened between the summer of her freshman and sophomore years, and her family noticed a change in her personality as she presented with some depressive behaviors. She is currently being treated with counseling and medication. Her counselor is working with her through some healthy relationship tips, as well as some other tips on how to know if a partner is being abusive or not. She was assaulted by her boyfriend and now displays paranoia around men she does not know extremely well. This behavior has escalated to the point of interacting with men in some scenarios as a phobia. Sexual assault is a prevalent issue on college campuses. Both men and women are victims. Students who have been assaulted without consent by an intimate partner are statistically under the age of 25. This issue needs to be addressed, and students need to know how to cope with the lasting effects of these assaults. The more we understand PTSD and the effects it has on these young adults who are still developing, the less victims will think suicide is the answer to their suffering. Bipolar depression is another repercussion of sexual assault. These mental health issues are affecting more and more students as they leave home to further their educations. It is exceedingly important that individuals who have experienced this kind of assault know the help options available to them and that they are not the only ones who have suffered such a trauma. A major problem that still exists is the shame that victims feel and the restraint to speak up against the offender to a trusted source. Some victims think that it is the easiest way to try and move on from the traumatic event and get on with life. Students and student athletes should partake in a sexual assault and self-defense seminar so they can stop or learn to cope with the attack and its health risks. All the students at Trinity University should be required to attend a lecture on sexual assault and healthy relationship practices so that they know how to help themselves or a friend who has experienced assault.